Rohan, thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure.
So for those who don't know your background, can you give us a quick summary of your coaching career, I guess?
I started coaching University of Wollongong under 16 Bs. I was the assistant coach. That was my first gig as a 19-year-old, I think. I just had shoulder reco and one of my mates was coaching the team. But from there, I've been to New Zealand a couple of times, England a few times, various NRL clubs. I've coached under 20s, reserve grade, been an assistant coach, coached the attack, the defence, helped out with under 18s, been an assistant coach with under 20s, been a blue shirt on the field, the trainer. So I've had a crack at most jobs. Yeah.
Sounds like you've got your fair share of experience. So you've been at Norse for 2 years now. You're heading into your third year. How have you enjoyed putting your mark on a club like Norse with such a great history?
Yeah, it's been good. There's a great opportunity here when the club are looking for a change, and obviously they start with a new coach usually when they're looking for a change of direction. And it's been really enjoyable. We've progressed over the 2 years, day by day, month by month, and season on season we've improved. So yeah, we're all pretty excited about what's ahead this year, and it's definitely a team job here. The staff have grown, the full-time staff, and also the playing group themselves are really part of the furniture here now as well. So it's not just about the coach; it's a collective operation for sure.
Yeah, totally. So you've got about 5 weeks until our first trial on the 15th of February. How's the preseason been so far?
Yeah, it's been good. We've got a fair amount of continuity in our IC roster, so it's been good to sort of hit the ground running, and the few new players that we have in that roster have fit in quickly because most of the guys know what's expected and how things get done around here. So it's been pretty smooth. There's always a few obstacles along the way that you don't account for, but overall it's been pretty smooth, and we've made some good progress. But obviously there's a lot to do, and everyone's undefeated in January, so everyone should be feeling good.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to embarrass you a little bit. I asked a few of the players what they like about your approach to coaching. So footy-wise, they mentioned things like you think outside the box, or you have an exciting brand of footy, a fun brand of footy. But on top of that, most of them seem to mention that they appreciate your approach to life in general, your honesty, and the fact that you try to make them a better person, not just a better player. Or you keep it about the club, not just about yourself. So obviously you have a focus on helping the players and the staff develop as professionals and as people. What's the role of a club like Norse in helping people grow?
Wow.
Long question.
Long question. I got goosebumps going up and down from ankles to my ears there. I appreciate those kind words. But it's coaching's an opportunity to try and influence people and to make them better, or show them the way, or challenge them to think outside of what they know. There's great potential in every person, I believe, whether they're a footy player or just general population. So trying to inspire people, or not so much inspire, but just the inspiration's already within people. I think you just have to try and bring it out of them. Norse as a club, obviously with the rich history, people that associate success, and with success comes opportunity, an opportunity to grow and to be part of something important. We certainly try and create our own environment here, or society. I guess a club is its own society or ecosystem, or however you want to look at it. So doing that is a team effort, and it's something that I don't take lightly. It's a privilege to be in a position to coach a club like this and to sort of lead the way. So it's a bit of a long answer to a long question, but I think it's vital that clubs are inspiring leaders of the future, whether that's on the field or off the field. And you can see with a lot of our guys that have changed their employment from being labour or trade orientated, they're going down the path of teachers or teachers' aides or youth workers, working in welfare and those kind of things. So there's definitely an appetite to be helping people, which is essentially what we are as a coach. Our job is to help people, so that's what I love.
Awesome. I think it comes back to culture a lot of the time. What do you think the importance of establishing a positive culture is?
Yeah, it's vital. It's a bit of a buzzword around sport and around business even, culture, and people try and mimic or employ people that have been in successful cultures, try and bring them in to bring that culture with them, and that clearly doesn't work. There's got to be the own spin on adapting to the people that you're now working with in a new environment. You can't, culture's about people. So unless you're taking all the people with, it'll never be the same. I think it's really important that we create a place where people want to come. Staff want to keep coming back, players want to keep coming back. Day after day they want to come and have a crack and be part of something that's bigger than themselves. That's a big part of the environment that we try and generate here.
Yeah, awesome. What do you love about coaching?
Everything. I do. I love everything. I've been through some hard, some tough times, and went signed a 3.5-year contract to go and live the dream coaching the Bradford Bulls, and that finished in 8 months. But I wouldn't change that for a thing. The things I learned in that time, the experiences I had, rotated a whole roster and staff, and went through an administration. But I still went to work loving it every day. So I guess probably the competition, the competition mostly within myself to be better, to try and bring more to the table, to challenge people, to educate myself, to learn more about the game, just to try and be a better person as well, and that hopefully leads to other people wanting to improve as well. But I guess the competition with myself, but the competition from day to day and week to week in season. I love that buzz of game day, and the anxiety and the nerves and the excitement that goes with it, and then the battle that comes to do it again next week and try and improve. I love all those aspects. I love meeting, young men that want to donate their bodies for the good of a rugby league game and the toughness that they show, like meeting them and trying to show them the way and see them improve like that. They're probably the biggest things, like the competition and the challenge to try and improve people.
Yep. How would you describe your approach to coaching rugby league?
Well, I've been fortunate. I've been around it from day one. I think I was only a week or two old, and I was at my first 3 or 4 game, back in the old New South Wales rugby league days, it was three games back to back, I think. And my dad was a professional coach, so Mum was there with me. So I've been around it from day one. I've been in a lot of dressing rooms, and I've watched a lot of games, and I watch pretty much every game every week. So I've got a lot of experiences, I guess. I'm not old, but I've been coaching for a long time. I've worked with a lot of great coaches that have coached a lot of NRL. I've been in some clubs that have struggled. I've been in some clubs that have done really well, and those in between as well. So I've experienced a lot. So with that comes, what's shaped me, I guess. I like to think that we try and play to win rather than playing not to lose. I think there's a lot of that in rugby league and professional sports in general. Teams, are worried about losing and the repercussions that come with that. So trying to create that balance between trying to break the opposition and with skill and physical preparation, but also tactical, being smart and all that kind of stuff. But also finding the balance between playing safe when you need to. So, but I'd say we're, the style of play that we've got here with our group challenges the opposition to make decisions regularly, and I try and educate the player to be a smart player. I believe every player can be a smart footy player. So as far as footy goes, I do my best to educate every player to know the game. And then to fit that knowledge with the style that we're trying to go with. So trying to broaden the horizons and not follow the status quo, think a little bit ahead or think a bit outside the box, or inverse to that is to go back to previous times and some of the experiences that I've had 20 years ago, or looking back and thinking about footy from 30 or 40 years ago gives you new ideas, or they're actually not new ideas, they're just old ideas recycled, which is the way the world goes in cycles, I guess. So I think, an enjoyable style of footy that's team orientated, It's not about individuals or having the big gun player, or it's very much a team orientated approach.
Yeah, awesome. Is there anyone in rugby league at the moment you think is doing things that are really progressing the game as a player or a coach or training wise? Or
yeah, that's a good thing. There definitely will be. I don't know if I obviously don't have the ins and outs of what's going on in every different operation, but I'd say I've got a bit of an insight into the way that Trent Robinson operates. I worked with him for 4 years, and I've watched closely, and my family have had connections with that club for a long time. So, I'd say he's probably the leader in whether it's innovation or just thinking broadly. A lot of the stuff that they do is not new, but it might be new to rugby league, or it's very thorough. It's covered in all aspects, are pretty well covered, to my knowledge, looking from the outside and the bits and pieces I hear. I'd say Robbo is probably a leader.
Final question. Anyone who knows you knows you're a bit of a bookworm in terms of sports books or self-improvement, psychology sort of thing. Yeah. Do you have any top books that have had a big influence on you?
Yeah, Sacred Hoops was, I think, the first book I read. I finished uni in 2002. I read Sacred Hoops in 2005. I think that was the first book I read after uni. I was sick of reading stuff I wasn't that into. That book certainly shaped me a bit. Biology of Belief was a book I read maybe 2011 or 12. Gave me a totally different perspective of science and life. Definitely a crack at that one. Anything by Ryan Holiday, The Obstacle is the Way, that's an absolute ripper. Starts with Why, Simon Sinek, definitely a game changer. From coaching point of view, anything John Wooden, anything Bill Walsh, they're probably my two go-tos. It's so hard to on any given day. Anything by John Gordon, they're books for life. Like, you can read most of John Gordon's books in a couple of hours. They're unbelievable stories about how you could lead your life or think. That kids could read all the way through to old people. I like to see what else is out there and challenge my own thoughts, so that's why I read.
Yeah, awesome. That's right. Maybe we'll have a second interview next time, just book
recommendations. Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, Rohan. Appreciate your time.
No worries, mate.